Alright guys, how we going? Welcome back to another Isaac Finance video. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive analytical video into the Bitcoin price action. We're going to be starting on the monthly timeframes and working our way down to the small timeframes to establish a plan and see what sort of long trade, short trade ideas we can sort of formulate. Along with that, I'll also be going through the spot buys I'll be looking at potentially in the future, and I'll be doing a full comprehensive analysis. So if you want to see the previous analysis videos I've been doing, it will be all linked in the videos, or not linked, it's in the videos I've got on the channel, so you can just check through there and see what the plans I've been executing there have been. So without further ado, let's just start and let's just get into the analysis video. I'll just keep a nice little background music there. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is we're going to start on the monthly level. So let's just do this right now. So in terms of monthly levels we're going to be looking at up here. For our high, we got this one, and I'm going to leave it at that. So we got there, yep, so that's monthly right there. Let's just change that to the monthly, and then a monthly right there, okay? So with that done, we can go HTF levels, stands for high term time frame levels, right, like this, like that. Okay, the next step I like to do is I like to move down to the weekly. So, weekly's been tapped for that one, this one has not been tapped. I preferably do not like this one, but we'll still do it. We'll go there. Now what these levels are, these are just levels that are, well, the body closes, okay? So this is just, some people do the wicks, and I like to do the wicks as a separate one, because I find the wicks tend to be liquidity zones, and I call them swing play pattern regions, where you're going to have that type of reversal up there. Anyway, let's go and move this up here. We've got our weekly up there. And we've got nothing noticeable to me here, okay? So those are our levels that we've got right there. Oh wait, never mind, there's one down here. But that would be quite crazy to expect that to come down there. Now that we have one that's closer, I'm going to remove the monthly until that gets hit. It's best to keep the chart clean, in my opinion. Now let's all move them into the spot buy folder. Okay, next step I'm doing is going down to the daily. So we've got that level up there, which is obvious. We've got a few levels down here, and I'll show you how I will primarily find my levels there. So what I will do is I will mark this, these few ones up here. So we got that one up there. We've also got, as you can see, we've also got a few daily levels down here. I will do this one down here because it's the one we'll have to, in order to claim this region in this channel, as you can see here, this little region right here, you have to claim above this level. So I'm not going to bother marking that one yet, because that's the assumption that you get up there. I'm just going to package these inside here for now. We can make that clean. Now I just want to show you guys how I would find a daily level down in this region down here, because obviously there's a lot of different metrics you can be looking at here since there's so much movement in this section. But what I like to do is I like to match it up with volume nodes. So if you look here, we have a volume node here and a volume node here. So what we could do in this section is I might place it right here because I think that's a good region. Reason being is that is in this vicinity of this and in the vicinity of this. Now, these levels aren't exact to the dollar in terms of what I expect, in terms of when the price comes. It's the region I start to look at. You got that, you got the swing play pattern level there, you got this one which matches here, so I want to do that one there too. Certainly that one there, which is also MS level. And I'll mark that down too, so you can see what I've done there, guys. Now, if I notice a level has multiple attributes, I will mark it as such. So if you can see this one, right? This is still a daily, but it's also a market structure level, as you've got this top here, and you come on top, and you can see a bounce there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go daily plus MS, which stands for market structure. Actually, I'll do market structure so you guys can see. Okay, so you got that there, and then you got this one, which is a daily plus volume node, right there, just like that. Okay, so now in terms of levels, that's what I'm looking for. Now let's have a look at Fibonacci real quick. So, if you're not aware, we have rejected off the big Fibonacci, falling into a swing play pattern at the top of these highs, as you can see right there. And now we have seen subsequent rejection down, and I think we will continue to do so for the next month, 2 months or so, in my opinion, until we hit key levels. So the next one I'm going to look at is volume as a whole. Let's take a look at this. We got volume there, volume there, volume there, volume there. Okay. So key volume levels we're looking at is boom, And I think we've already done it that it matches up with the it matches up with the volume that I did before. So if you look here, I'll go like that, and you can see they're in the right vicinity there too. But these are going to be very specific volume levels because I like to use volume levels and dial right down into them when price gets there, opposed to just looking at a daily level. All right, so we got these levels here. So boom, 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 boom. Now this level here is what we'd call a single print. It has no volume in it. So you'd expect price to really gush through this region very fast if it were to, and find support maybe at this market structure level. Now let's just go here. Let's just go volume node. Now I'm not the type of guy to have so many lines in my charts because I find it clutters my thinking. So these are just analytical tools, but in the end of the day, I'm really going to be looking at a few simple things. Let's move that. In terms of Fibonacci's, guys, we are seeing a local top here. We have a nice matchup that comes in down here, but that's a very deep retrace. I don't believe we'll be going that low because that would in total be a 43% retracement. I don't think that's what's going to be happening personally, because every run that we've seen has seen a subsequent. So yeah, I mean, you could. I'm not gonna. This one also saw a big one. That is also because you had the COVID crash, right? You had a lot of COVID fear in this region, so it's a different story there. But nonetheless, we could definitely be seeing something coming that is going to be of decent size to the downside. And I wouldn't be too afraid of it because I think we can be aware and ready to buy at these levels. Now, as terms of Fibonacci's, we've got the 618 there and the 615. I'm going to take off the ones I'm going to be looking at. So I'm going to take off this. I'll take that off. Okay, so really what we're looking at is just these two. So anything from here to here would be a very good buy because we've also got the market structure level and we've also got the Fibonacci level there too. So if you look at this, you've got weekly here with near the 618, which is very nice. But we've got a lot of levels to punch through here too as we go down. So let me think. Alright, now I want to do the market structure levels. Just in terms of boxes. I like to do them as boxes because they're quite large regions. So we've got one right there. And really, from my understanding, that's really the only one I would look at right now. So that's coming down at 32,500 at the start. So nothing to really get scared about right now. But yeah, definitely is on the much lower side. And we could be seeing that retracement down there. Very possible stuff. It would also coincide with a potential... we have a channel. The idea that we could be forming a channel of some sort like this. Not saying these channels play out at all, but yeah, a lot of people look at these kind of metrics, and we could see retracement in and out, and potentially upside there. But it'd be really depending on the price action when you get to these regions. So yeah, market structure levels there. I'm just going to highlight that as market structure. As I said, I was here to give you trade plans, so let's start initiating that right now. So we'll go here, we'll just go to there. I'll keep the fib in the market, the same one. Alright, so first one I'm going to be looking at for a trade plan. Let's analyze this at a deeper level too. Let's go in the 4-hour chart, a 10-minute line, that's what good for swing trading. In terms of potential long opportunities, what I'm looking at primarily right now is I actually gave you guys this one up here too. Right here, which was right there. I spoke about that in my videos. You can check that in the logs before. We actually got a 4% rise out of that, which is pretty solid. Yeah, so obviously that didn't go all the way up. I wasn't even expecting it to be honest. I'm not here to speculate that high. I'm also here to set regions where you can see resistance levels. So basically, let's just take a look at this deeper. What we're seeing is, let's remove that. What we're looking at right here is really nice regions from here to here. Now, obviously, these are 3% leeways. So you got a box where you're going to be looking at for like a potential reversal. You can be using the market cipher. You could be using different tools to sort of gauge the feeling of it all. Maybe you could have a rule like when it enters this box, you're looking for one of these when it enters the box. You know, you have to create a strategy around it. It's very hard to eyeball and say, yeah, I'm gonna buy. Maybe use RSIs or some metric, right? And then when it gets there and it's showing good signals, you could potentially have a buy opportunity for that. In terms of making a, what would you call it? In terms of making a, swing trade, I wouldn't necessarily be buying spot straight away. Like I have those levels in my Discord. I've written like, are we buying spot there? I'll quickly show you guys. But it doesn't necessarily mean I'll be throwing my money into spot straight away. Do yourself a favor, guys. Buy these levels as the drops, blah, blah, blah. This is what I wrote. I will obviously keep the team updated as we go down to these levels. But I will be accumulating a little bit in this level if we go there. Or maybe even a lot. It really just depends on how the price is reacting. Obviously, these boxes are marked with, a lot of confluence that goes behind making these levels. So, yeah, definitely be looking at that. And I'm not just going to YOLO randomly. But I will start accumulating once we hit those levels regardless. Because you simply don't know when it will stop. And I'm here for the long run, for my spot positions, obviously. But swing trades and all that stuff, I want to make good entries. So, yeah. So guys, mark these levels on your charts. We've got, what do we got? I would go 37,200. 37,200 is a long opportunity. Delete that. 37,200 goes right there. Ooh. Right. I would do this one at around 35. Now, I'm not saying you actually buy when these levels hit. I'm saying you look at the chart and see what happens. Okay. Let's change them green so you guys can have a nice understanding of what you're meant to do there. Look for buys, not sells, please. What we'll do is also create... this one is another short opportunity if we reject off this region. Now we're sitting at that region at around the 4,500 mark. 41,500. If we see rejection there, definitely place a short trade. I will be doing that if I see that subsequent rejection. It would look like something like this, right? So we come up there, and then we just peter down. It's not looking good. CBD is bad. I will take a short trade there if it does that. I'm not going to speculate and say where we're going to go. We could easily go there right now, or we could go down there. It's if we reach levels, what I'm looking for. Personally, I'm on the bias that we're hitting these levels. I don't think we're at a level where we're just set to go up, personally, so I'm not looking for that right now. And if anyone is wanting to know what I would do right now, if I had to place a trade, if a gun was to my head, I would place a short. Okay, I'm just going to get that out right now. I would place a short, and I would place the stop loss right here. Because this is probably the best and safest region you can place it, because probably if you get in this region, you're going to be maybe getting into the next back to the channel. So that's your validation that if you were to do it, I'm not all saying do that, guys. We're already at a level where it's already dropped like subsequently 6% from that level, and then a respective 20 plus from there, the high at the top. So be cautionary when making decisions here. Next, guys, is there, we know that already. Obviously, I also believe price will fly through this bit here. You've got single prints that are like just crazy down this block here. So personally, really all you got there you're looking for is a market structure level to hold, but technically not the greatest level. Psychologically, it is the 3,200, but there's nothing particularly special about that number in my opinion. Yeah, and as you can see, it busted to that before. It didn't even really backtest it. It just kind of busted way higher, leaving so much leeway in this section here, which is the single print zone, okay? So definitely be cautionary of that. Now, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. If we start reaching these levels, I'm just going to be buying regardless. I don't even... unless the news is like Bitcoin's been cracked or something, the blockchain's been broken, then it's a different story. But if it's down there, man, I'm going to be buying just and hodling. So we got that, and then we got this one up here. I'd like to note is for a potential. This one's more of a scalp, in my opinion. 44,000 will be more of a scalp, because at that point you're already in the range. So if you can look at this, right, you're in this sort of range which you formed here, And like, once you're in the range, you're probably going to stay in the range. So there's no reason to believe you're going to exit out of the range. So until proven otherwise, believe what's happening already. It's like right now, right? I believe it's going to be going down lower because it's showing that it looks going to go down lower, and there's no particular level to really bounce off. You know, I mean, you probably potentially might have. No, you don't even have that. Okay, so yeah, no reason for me to believe we're going to go higher. I'm only going to be looking for lower right this current moment in time. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. If I'm wrong, you can come and punch me or something, but that's what I believe personally. Again, this is my analysis, it's not financial advice, it's just the way I'm analyzing the charts personally. Yeah, so that's basically what we got going on there. Mark those levels out for you guys. I'll be updating in the Discord channel below. We've also got, let's go on the here for a second. We've got the Bitcoin sentiment at around 0.31%. This is a aggregation of different metrics using AI, and it looks at like Twitter feeds, Reddit, you know, sentiment scores, and it gives that. So we're sitting at, you know, we're sitting at a more bearish side, so this is good. It means we could potentially be seeing a reversal sometime soon. As I said, there's levels I want to be looking at for that. And again, this could be a short-term reversal if we go further in the opposite side. But it's hard to speculate right now. We have to get there and wait for the price action. This of the CBBI chart has also dropped. The percentage was at 61 last time, I believe. We're at 58. And historically, you can see here, we also saw that sort of reaction there. You had the yellow region and it went down. We haven't reached red yet, which is good. We haven't reached euphoria. So we could easily be seeing a decent size retracement as we go down. And that is perfectly fine. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how low we're going to go, but as levels I said, I've marked them out. And every single bull run, we typically see this red fury, right? You can see it bottles up and it gets really crazy. So obviously there are differences in how the market plays out, but overall is very much the same. So I'm not going to necessarily look at this drop right here and be like, yeah, it's going to drop that. Because in a way, you could look at it like this section right here was actually this section right here. And now we're going to be experiencing this, or we are kinda. Does that make sense? Now this is the confidence chart right here, right? But it also resembles the price in a way. If you look at it, it sort of like levels it all out in a linear format, opposed to like, not a linear format, it just levels it all out in a horizontal view. It's like, imagine putting this log chart on a horizontal view. That's what it kind of does. And it's also just the sentiment, this is the score that's been given using these metrics. So that's what we're sitting at right now. I would like to point out we also have, let me just pull that chart back up. We've also got the fear and greed index sitting at around 49%, which is neutral, which is very nice. Means we're coming down, potential buy opportunities soon. I'll be looking potentially to start looking at buys around 30 to 40 range down here. Not yet, unless we see convincing other signs of otherwise. Another thing I'd like to point out, guys, is the grayscale stuff. GBTC, I'll point this up here, GBTC holdings. They're actually selling a lot of their grayscale stuff right now, which means we have it here. No, we don't. Maybe it's here. Yeah, so you've got Bitcoin share, grayscale Bitcoin BTF. Let's see. Yeah, so they got around that much Bitcoin left. It really just depends if they start selling it. And, you know, that's a lot of Bitcoins. It's a lot of assets that could be dumped in the market and suppress price for actually quite a long time if they want to. I just want to point that out to you guys. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at, guys. I hope this was informative and helpful for you. Yeah, other than that, I don't have too much more to say. I'm going to be updating on the further price actions as we get further into these levels I'm looking at. But as I said, keeping a bearish bias, looking for here, and looking for here if we reach that level. So that's what we got. But, you know, keep it step by step. So bull side, 37,200, bear side, 41,500 for a short, and then for a long, 37,200 if we reach that level. We might not even do it, but nonetheless, this is the plan I'm holding, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned and follow me on the Discord channel below for more analysis, and I'll be updating you guys live there. All right, catch you guys next time.